guys, welcome back to the channel. So today it's teardown day on Mo, and that's the name of this car. I'm gonna call this car Mo because it's gonna take Mo money and Mo time than I'm used to. So to make it really simple, like I said in the last video, it did not start right up. I had to basically chase the entire fuel system, and just a conglomeration of bad gas and shitty filters. So I replaced every filter in it, finally got fuel up to it, finally got it all started up, and got it up here in the garage. So, first day here, what I always like to do is get the car ready for body work and shit. So, I don't have very high goals for today. Basically, I want to get all the chrome off the front of this thing. We'll say from here forward. Get it all off, get it inside so I can polish it tonight, and then it'll be thrown down in the basement for the next couple months. So I'm going to stop talking and get to work. I think we're going to start on this front bumper right here and just work our way up. Alright, next up, we got these two little pieces of trim, so they're easy. Let's knock them out. Alright, next up I'm going to take this grill out, and these are all pop riveted on, so there's not a whole lot I can do with those besides drill them out. I do want to separate the grill from this front core support. But I don't know if you can see down low, there's nothing holding it in. So I am going to try to take this whole piece out in one clip with the inner and the outer chrome. I don't know if it goes through any metal down here, but I think if I pop this bolt here and that bolt there and then the latch, hopefully it'll come out. So I'm going to put the camera down because I need two hands for this. So let's see where we end up in a couple minutes. Hopefully. Alright. So basically here, and here, that's all I had to disconnect. So I did it like this because it's going to be so much easier to deal with all these rusty bolts, getting them out. And I'm going to start soaking these now. And then I can drill out all these. It's just going to be a lot easier to work with this thing off of here. Moving on to the headlights, there's really no reason to record this. I mean, for my purposes, I just took out the top screw here and I took it all the way out. Kind of pried it off of this one because there's a little indentation where it goes. And then there's a little spring you got to take off. And these, you don't have to take these 3 screws off because that gets you nowhere because I already took them off. So these I'm going to have to go behind and attack from the back. As you can see here on my trim ring, it has the custom duct tape job because I guess the tacks broke. This looks like steel. I don't know. Let's find out. It's metal. We can weld it. So yeah, we're going to get rid of that duct tape, I guess. So let me get all this off and keep going. It was really nice that they heat shrink the light, but because of that, you can't get the bulb out. But looking under here, I mean, it looks like it was all recently undercoated, and it looks like it's in really good shape. And another nice surprise. Ooh, we got disc brakes in the front. Not that you can see it, but they're discs. One less thing I got to do. So yeah, let me cut that heat shrink off and get the bulb out and get the bezel out. Our daily goal is now accomplished. And really, that only took like an hour to strip everything down off the front. So for my purposes, this trim here was held in with like 4 screws, and then it had like 3 push clips here, here, and here. As you can see, oh, there's a nut and bolt, nut and bolt, nut and bolt. One was missing there. And then it had these 3 clips, which really made life easy. Driver's side kind of sucked because way in the back, they had this one that was not easy to get to, and then it only had 2 clips. So I think we're going to keep going. We got, God, it's only like noon on a Sunday. So we're going to get a lot done today. I guess we should tackle this trim here, which I don't want to break it, so I'm going to go on YouTube. Thank you to someone in advance, because hopefully I'll find it. All right, we're learning a lot. So here's where we are with the trim. Now, this center section, when you take this off, there's a little centerpiece. Just pop it out from the bottom, and then there's a screw. You can take that off, and that separates the 2 trims. I'd show you it over here, but I'm pretty sure it's all taped up. Yeah, that little piece right there. So that's what connects the 2 trims. You have to go under the dash because you're going to have a 3/8 head bolt here that you have to undo. That's going to be on both sides. So for me, once I had the top popped off, once I got that off, I was able to lift it up and just kind of pull it from the side trim. Now the side trim was pretty simple. Once this piece comes off, there's a screw there, and I think there was one in here also. Take those off, you can slide it down, and then there's 3 screws that hold this trim piece here. It's like 1, 2, 3, and if you're like me, they were broken, so there was really nothing I could do with that. You can see, broken, broken, broken. So I'll just use my tap and die set when that time comes. Take care of that. Now this was a little tricky on the top of the doors here. Besides the fact that these, this side came out really easy, the other side sucked because every one of these in the center was stripped. I do still have a good end and end, but what's tricky is there's 2 little pieces that go up in here. Let me show you on this side since it's still down. You got to pull the trim down to get to the little screw here and here, and then the top will come off. I'm not sure how this back piece is put on. Hopefully not the same, because if these are stripped, that sucks having to drill them out. But luckily, I'll show you, they are, you can see they're all augered out, but they're just these little clips. So I'm sure these are probably like $1 somewhere, so I'll just be buying some of these and just start fresh. No big deal. But yeah, the one side came out perfect. The other, this side, I was only able to keep the ends. Every middle got wiped out. This side, every middle is still good. And there was only, you know, an end, one in the middle, and then one on the end again. And you know what? I don't even think there was one on the end again. Otherwise, I would have put the screw back. We'll figure it out. Let's keep going. The top of the door molding, I had to drill out, as you can see. Basically, this whole side here. They're just all screwed. And I could not find these clips at all. So what I'm doing, these are these little weird looking clips. I don't know what you call them, but I couldn't find them. So what I'm doing is I'm drilling them out, and I'm retapping them. And we're going to see if this works. So let me set you guys up over here, and we'll get going. Throw her in the vise and start drilling. Our 8:30 seconds tap. Now, Lowe's sells these 8/32 by 3/8 bolts. They are hex head, but they do fit nice. And there you go. All I gotta do is clean these up, paint them, throw them back in. So I'm gonna repeat this process about 10 times. You guys really don't want to watch me polish this, or those 15 pieces, or the 20 pieces in my living room. So let's just fast forward past this. And when I say let's, I mean you guys. I'm gonna be out here for a little bit. I'd say this piece cleaned up very, very nice. Made in the USA. America. You guys remember this broken headlight bezel? Well, we're going to give her the old tack attack, and we're either going to fix it, or we're going to burn through it and order a new one. So, let me turn down the welder, see if we can get this, see if we can get it right. Love tack, baby, love tack. That's where it's at. Freaking better than factory. Moving on. After a couple days off for landscaping detail, we are back in the garage. And our goal today is to get this crusty side looking like this. Now, it's not perfect. There's still a little tiny bit of rust in the corners that I can't get out. But it's pretty good. It's acceptable. I really don't want to spend 500 bucks on a new grill. So I'm going to go through and clean this up. This took me about 15 minutes to do this little quadrant. I got 16 of them, so see you guys in 4 hours. For our purposes, we are going to call this done. Now, is it perfect? No. I mean, if you look really close, you can see, like, you know, little tiny bit of rust in some of the corners. But for driver quality, I mean, this is excellent. So this is going to be done with an asterisk. I mean, if I go to a swap meet and find a nicer one, I'll absolutely grab it. Or if I find one even in similar condition, I'll take it and I'll pull it all apart. I did not want to pull this grill apart because it just seemed like a whole lot of work. And if I screwed it up, then I'd have to go buy one anyway. So I will be on the lookout for one that does need work. I think it'd be kind of cool to change these inner fins to black. But to do that, you got to take the whole thing apart, which isn't much. I mean, it's just a matter of bending these little fins. Just, you know, there's 200 of them. So, yeah. For our purposes, this piece can go down in the basement. I'm happy with it. For my next magic trick, I'm going to show you how we go from this to this. And we do that by ordering 2 new pieces from a catalog because apparently someone at one point replaced one of these sides. So yeah, that's pretty much garbage unless you want to send it out to get re-chromed, which I'm not going to do. So we're going to chuck this piece aside. We just finished up cleaning this piece. And we're going to move on to pulling some more chrome. I realize I'm not recording a whole lot, but basically all I'm doing is I'm going from this to this. And it's kind of boring to record. I mean, all you're going to hear is my compressor anyway. So I'm just going to keep on plugging along. So I went to Harbor Freight. I got a windshield removal tool that comes with this little tool right here. And you need that for pulling off the door handles. But I'm looking in here and the heck is this? I mean, obviously it's some old trim, but you'd think they could take it out. It's no wonder this window is broken and was always a bitch to roll down. So I'm going to keep on looking into this because I have to pull the glass out of here. So let's get on that. Now I know I always say I'm not a car guy, but I'm pretty sure that probably ain't supposed to be there either. So yeah, we're going to get rid of that. We are working on this side, this vent window here, and I just watched the video, and pretty good video by Dan Chuck, but he forgot to mention that you have 2 screws here, you have 2 that go down into the regulator, 2 that hold the regulator, and you have 1 nut down here. There's also 1 screw here that you need to take out that he didn't mention in his video, because I got this and it was just kind of pivoting back and forth and it wouldn't go anywhere. So take all those out, then your whole window should just come out. Then the glass will just slip right out. So we got this. We're going to clean up the chrome, store it downstairs.